Here at Ambi, there are a few questions we get asked quite often from customers. So I've stepped into the factory to talk to our founder and CEO, Nigel, to help answer some of these questions. So to kick it off, Nigel, could you possibly tell us a bit about how Ambi differs from the competition in the electric fireplace world?
Yeah, thank you. Look, in my view, when you look at the electric fireplace category, you can actually put almost all the models into two different groups. And it really comes down to the company behind the brand. So the two groups I would name, one, fireplace companies, and the other I would name electric heating companies. And what I mean by that is a brand like ours, a company like ours, we've been in the fireplace business now for almost 20 years. And we make wood, we make gas, we make electric fireplaces, and we deeply understand that we're actually in the interior design business. And our job is to make people's houses look great, to make their furniture stand out. And for us, that means the appearance, the aesthetic of the product are just as important than how it works. That other group of products in electric fireplace world, they tend to be more hung on a wall. You can often see things like the grill, that's a pet hate of mine. A product like this, the warm air is coming out from here, it's completely invisible. Yeah, I'm just not really a big fan of visual grills, things that you can see like that. And also things like the buttons. Our buttons are up here. They become invisible. They light up when you touch them, and you can make changes if you want, or you can do it from a remote control. But then they disappear. Because I think a true fireplace company would understand, the frame should be minimal, the button should be invisible, you shouldn't be able to see the cord. Those are things that you'd have with an electric heater. But a fireplace, it should all be about the wall and the fire.
That sounds great. Could you tell us more about how we install the electric fireplace?
Yeah, sure. So we believe the things that you shouldn't see should be hidden behind the wall. So take this fireplace here. The drywall comes right down to this thin metal edge. It comes right down and touches it. So this little wee tiny edge is the only thing you can see in the frame, and basically we're right up to the glass. That means, same with the bottom, all of this metal here is hidden behind the wall. We can use normal timber studs, and often you end up building the wall out to create a real feature of the fireplace like this. But this particular model is what we call our multi, and you can actually install it with glass on one side like this, on two sides, or even on three sides, like you'd have a bay window effect. And really that's all part of the fireplace becoming integrated deep inside the wall.
That's great. Nice. Well, can we talk a bit more about the depth of the fireplace? Specifically, I noticed that this is a lot deeper. The Ambi fireplace is a lot deeper than a competitor's fireplace.
Sure. Yeah, those kind of hanging on the wall or heater type fireplaces, they tend to be very, very shallow. Maybe 1-2 inches deep of their firebox, and that's just really not enough. A fireplace like this is a 7.5 inch deep fireplace, and what that does, it gives us some room to have our visual media. It gives us space to have light coming up underneath. And there's actually a really clever thing that Ambi does here. See that back wall there? That's actually a two-way mirror. And we're projecting the flame effect from the back, but it also is reflecting what it can see in front. It's reflecting the logs, it's reflecting the media. So it actually gives you the impression you're looking at a 15-inch deep firebox, when really it's only 7.5.
Okay. I noticed that the fireplace media looks customizable. Could you speak a bit more about what options could be available, or what options are available to customers who buy an Ambi?
Sure. Look, we believe the customer should be able to make that choice in-house. So rather than trying to make customers choose at the time of purchase, what we do is we put multiple options in the box. We have clear crystals, we have colored crystals, we have log effect. And that means the customer can make up an effect that they're happy with. And we encourage them to keep the other ones. We encourage them to keep the media they don't use, because then they can use it to trick it up later. They can do a bit of a revamp, and anytime in the future they can modernize their house and try something different.
Great, that sounds really cool. lighting features. Is there anything else that you want to talk about as far as what happens inside the firebox here?
Look, that's really important stuff. That's where the magic happens. And with a high quality product like Ambi, we go to quite a long level of technology to make that happen. We've got 3 distinct flavors of lighting happening there, what we call underlighting, that's coming up from underneath the media bed. And you see how we use translucent crystals. They actually start to glow and let the light come through them. We have another kind of lighting, which we call ceiling lighting, comes down from above. And that's to get some definition in those logs. It's to really make those stand out. And then the third, but most important, that's our flame effect lighting. And we use a tricky mix of different LEDs and some movement technology there to really get just the best we can of a moving flame effect in electric fire. We also give the customer full control over those things. With the remote control, you can set the color and intensity of those 3 different kinds of light. But I have one of these in my house, and what I've done is I've found my perfect combination, and then I just turn it off at night. When I turn it on again the next night, it remembers where it was, it remembers the same setting, and it just plays my favorite effect.
Thank you so much, Nigel. Is there anything else that you can tell us about why you think Ambi would be a better fireplace for people to choose?
Look, I think it comes down to buying the same features, the same thinking as buying anything for your home. There's quality brands, sometimes they cost a little bit more, like Ambi, but you end up with a better long-term product. And if you were buying something like a television, I guess you might change that out every 2 or 3 years, but fireplaces tend to get built into the wall. They tend to become a permanent part of your home. And we know that our customers will keep a fireplace in their home for 10, 15 years, even maybe more. So that's where quality matters. That's where buying quality matters. And look, you notice the little things. Every electric fire tends to have a heating element to it. Warm air comes out via a fan, and the quality of that blower matters. We can measure the fact that Ambis run quieter, but the fan will last for longer. There's those things you get when you buy a quality product, quality components, it just lasts better.